For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. John 3:16. Costly grace is the gospel which must be sought again and again and again, the gift which must be asked for, the door at which a man must knock. Such grace is costly because it calls us to follow, and it is grace because it calls us to follow Jesus Christ. It is costly because it costs a man his life, and it is grace because it gives a man the only true life. It is costly because it condemns sin, and grace because it justifies the sinner. Above all, it is costly because it cost God the life of his Son. You were bought at a price, and what has cost God much cannot be cheap for us. Above all, it is grace because God did not reckon his Son too dear a price to pay for our life, but delivered him up for us. Costly grace is the incarnation of God. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. There is another gospel, the gospel of cheap grace. So, what is the gospel of cheap grace? It is any gospel that says that your salvation is so easy that you could do something to contribute towards it. I believe in costly grace. Cheap grace is not enough. The only one that can save me is the grace that costs God everything and is free to me.